And welcome back. All right, we did a little bit of food prep, and I'm gonna roll the sleeves up here a little bit, right? No frills. But anyway, we're gonna start off with a little bit of onion, and I'm just using a small skillet to get this going. We're gonna get that on the heat, and normally you would do that in a larger skillet, maybe make at least 4 to 6 portions, if not more. But we're gonna try to avoid that today and just keep it simple. So probably about a half onion we're gonna use here. Set that aside for the moment and try to do this without cutting myself, especially on the debut. The debut edition here. We'll just get a fairly small chop going here. It's not exactly the way I would normally cut an onion, but we'll get it going here, right? Said earlier, no rules. We'll break that down a little bit more here in a second. We're gonna wanna sweat these down. That's probably a good amount right there. We're gonna sweat these down, and they're gonna take a little bit longer. So, where they're gonna go in first. Kind of one of the first rules of cooking there, right? Keep everything. And we're also gonna try something new here, a little olive oil spray. I've never used that before, but hey, what the heck. Oh yeah, just the right temperature there. You can hear that nice little sizzle going. And as with anything, a lot of people don't get that salt has two purposes. Yes, everybody uses a little bit of salt maybe at the table to season the taste. This salt serves a little more purpose. You know what, we're gonna hit that with a little extra virgin olive oil as well. Give it a little flavor. And I'll let that start sweating down a little bit. But what that does is it has more of a chemical purpose there. It'll help sweat everything down. All right, and because it's a smaller dish, we're not really using the whole kit and caboodle here. And the potatoes are going to take a little bit to cook down. So we're actually going to cut these on a fairly small chop, and that'll help cook them a little bit quicker. And that should be a pretty good amount right there. Had to go for that one little extra swipe there. That's the Jewish mother in me coming out. Not a complaint, by the way. Break them down a little bit more. And let's get these in. And because it's a smaller pan, we got to make sure that we don't crowd the plate, right? So I think that'll be a good amount right there. Perfect. I'm just gonna set those aside for right now. Who am I kidding? You know they're gonna get tossed. I don't like wasting food, but sometimes it just is what it is, right? All right. And we're gonna break this down here. And let's go like that. And the tomato base is a big thing with dishes such as this. So when you get these in there, I know you saw in that first part, we're also going to add a little bit of tomato paste. And tomato paste is sort of like a binder, you know? It just kind of brings everything together. And you'll see that texture there. We'll try to get that on camera for you. And we got that right there. Got a piece on the floor. Luckily, we don't have a camera view of that. That'll drive me nuts, but I'm trying really hard not to let it bug me. All right, so we're gonna do that, and the last thing we're gonna do for this part right here is we are going to get, like I said, maybe just like a nice teaspoon, excuse me. Put a teaspoon in there. And this happens to be a coated pan, so we don't want to use that spoon in the pan. And just give that another little pinch of salt to help bring everything down. Not a lot, not a lot. Okay. And that's about it for this phase. We're actually going to cover this up a little bit. We're going to let that sweat down. And once again, we're going to let that magic happen, all that love come together, and we'll be back in just a minute.